All right. Thank you. This is my presentation. Um, yeah, this is my presentation, slide one. I'm going to pass through the project management course summary. And as it is seen on the screen, my name is Musinguzi Bernard. I'm from ISM, and this is my student number. So let me go to slide number 2 and begin the presentation. So the summary is on fundamentals of project management, and as in definition, project management refers to the techniques that are used in managing projects and project activities such that we can meet the project requirements. So that is project management. Then a project for it is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product or a service. Yeah, so that is the definition of a project. For it is just aimed at making or producing a unique product or a service or a result. So anything that is planned and it is aimed at producing a product that is unique of other existing products, so can turn it to as a project. So a project has different attributes. These attributes can be also called characteristics. It has well-defined objectives as the first characteristic or attribute. It has a set of objectives that are set in order to be met in a given period of time. So those are objectives. The objectives are the things that they need to achieve while running the project. Then it utilizes various resources. It uses different resources from different sources. So a project does not rely mainly on a single item or input. It has different inputs that it utilizes. So examples of these resources, we can have labor, we can have the administration like managers. Also those ones are resources. If at all it is maybe a software project, we may need computers, we may need different things in order to run this project. Then it has a specific time frame. So a project has a given time frame in which it is supposed to be accomplished. Since we have a closure time in projects, it means that projects are not continuous. They have a given time spell when they come to an end. Then on this third slide, I have constraints of project management. Constraints of a project are mainly, we have constraints, we consider three, but we also have the fourth, which is quality. So the fourth is quality, and the three are the scope, the cost, and the time. The scope, here we look at the sum of products, services, and results to be achieved. Indeed, a scope looks at the boundaries of the project, what is going to be achieved. In the cost, this one looks at the overall cost of the project, how much is going to be, how much is going to be invested in the project, which if the labor that is going to be used, that is all cost. Then the time, it is the duration of the project from project initiation up to the project closure, that is the duration or the time of the project. Then the quality. So quality, we look at effectiveness and the efficiency of the projects that we make. If at all it is a software project, we look at how fast does it do its work and how correct does it really do the work. The work being done effectively or efficiently, we look at its correctness and the speed. Then, then we have the iron triangle that looks at the cost, the time, and the scope. Whereas we try to reduce costs and also to minimize the time length that we use in doing different projects. We need also to look at the quality, such that we don't make poor quality outputs out of the project, maybe as a result of cost or time. So we need to be considering quality as we also mind about the time and cost, but quality should be put under consideration, so that we deliver items that are consumable, that our consumers will really appreciate. Then we have planning the work and plan and working the plan. At first, we need to plan how we are going to do our work, and then after, we need to work according to the plan that we made. So, planning the work is making the plan, the layout of the work, and working the plan is doing that real plan. So, that is working the plan, that is as simple as that. And then we have the process. We have projects start with initiation. Here we look at the feasibility, how achievable our project will be. We look at the stakeholders, we look at different things, we look at the charter, then that is the initiation. Then we have planning. The planning process, here we start seeing how we shall perform different activities in running the project. So we schedule the project and we give it a given time spell, the time that it will take while we are running it. Then we make proposals, we make different charts, we make budget estimates, how much will be required in the project running. Then the third step, we go to the execution. Here we list different tasks that are going to be performed by different individuals, and they take on those tasks. Then we issue logs, we deliver reports, we status reports, how far we are achieving. That is the execution. At different stages of execution, we make reports and we show our clients and our maybe bosses how far we are achieving. So we give the status at which we are. Then the closure, we look at in the closure, this is the end of the project time. And also, we assume that at this time it is complete now. Then we are summarizing up and we are winding up the project. It is like a dissolution time now. So here we look at different summary reports. We close out documents and we close files. And then we have customer feedback and survey payments. So that is the closure time. It is when we are ending the project. Then we have, when we start this project, we have different challenges that we meet. We have some unforeseen circumstances that we may meet, even if we try to speculate and determine some challenges that we may meet. At times we end up meeting challenges that we never expected. So those are some called unforeseen circumstances or challenges. Then we have stakeholders involved in a project management. So who is a stakeholder? A stakeholder is a person or organization involved in a project. So everyone involved in a project is a stakeholder. Then we have a customer. A customer is the output. A customer is the person who uses who or purchases or gives an order, or who uses our project output or our project deliverable. What we deliver is what a customer needs. So a customer is that person who utilizes our output of the project. Then the sponsor is the person who finances the project. Then we have team members. Team members, these are people who belong to, who have different tasks in a given project, and those people report to the manager. Then we have the management. The management, this one is a given body where a manager reports. Then a manager, the manager is that person, is just like a middleware between the team members and the management. So for him, he is an organizer, he is a planner, and the overall decision maker within that project. And then we have different benefits of project management. So it helps us in controlling the project. So it helps us to keep in control, because in the project management we saw that we have different stages like planning. All those ones help us to keep the project in our hands so that we continue working as expected. Then it helps us to stay organized. By following the plan, we keep organized by following a project requirements step by step. Then we keep on budget. We try to use our budget that was made in the planning process to spend wisely, so that we don't spend extravagantly or spend too much, or maybe like to economize too much. That may lead to a poor output of the project. So it helps us to keep on budget, and it also helps us to keep on time. We set different time stamps for different project levels. Maybe we can say like maybe if it is software development, we can say like by the end of 3 days we have finished planning process. So that way we keep on time, or we should have finished developing a given feature. So by the end of that time we should have finished that. So in that way we find that we have achieved our things on time, we have achieved our objective on time. Then we have an enterprise portfolio. So it's just a connection between business management and project management. Management by objectives. We have management by objectives. We have the mission. We look at who who is going to consume our output of the project, and why are we developing. We look at the vision, and also build this vision for it is built from the mission. After having the mission, then we can build our vision. Then for goals, for them we get them from the mission and the vision. So a combination of vision, mission, and goals, this one forms a business strategy. So a business strategy, for it is for a business strategy, making this is a role of the senior management. So this one is mainly brought about by the senior management, probably after setting different meetings. Then we have an action plan. In project management, we have an action plan, which is a course of action that is needed to achieve a stated objective. So an action plan, after setting objectives, we say that this objective will be achieved through doing this and this. So that is a course, that is an action plan, which is something that is going to be done in order to achieve something else, or something that has been stated. Then we have a project plan. For it is a document that describes how a project will be executed and monitored. It is simply like that. Project objectives should be smart. So a project objective should be specific. If it is like maybe in a given period of time we should achieve this, that should be specific to that feature that you need to accomplish. They should be measurable. They should be achievable. You should be able to achieve. You cannot say this project will cost us 1 billion, yet you really don't have even 10 million. So in that way, if at all it is to cost that money, so it will not be achievable. Or you want to develop a school management system which has different modules in just 2 days, it won't be achievable. It should be relevant and should be time bound. It should have time spell when it should start and end. Then we need to know that goals have related objectives and programs consist of related projects. Then we have how projects are selected. We discuss needs identification. We need to identify needs. We need to recognize problems, opportunities, and needs. Then we need to clearly define a problem or a need. At times it may not be a problem, it can be a need. We need to quantify the problem. How big is this problem? We need to determine the rough order of magnitude cost. Then we need to define the enterprise portfolio and explain the project selection process. Then we have the project process. This one I have explained it already. The initiation. I have explained most of these. Then we have the project management process. I have been explaining. I think I have explained all these: scheduling, resource management, budget control, performance reporting, integration. Then in projects we can use different technologies in order to manage them. Here we have the use of Microsoft Teams for the project. The key features in Microsoft Teams, we have we can post comments, we can store files related to our projects, we can conduct online meetings, instant messaging, we can also add apps. Then we have different projects that have been created with Microsoft, and different things have been added and used. We have creating projects, we have loading templates, we have creating the project charter, stakeholder register, registering stakeholders, and collaboration. A high performing team is a group of people with specific roles and complementing talents and skills. So a team should be people who have been assigned specific roles, and those people have different skills. Those skills can help them achieve their objectives and goals. And so, in that way, those skills are complementing, they are working to help one another. Then we have benefits of high performance. So, we have benefits of high performance. These ones are mainly from teams. So we have benefits of high performance to a team and to an organization. To a team, we have better communication, we have increased trust, greater efficiency, and greater productivity. To an organization is we have multiplied employees, more delegation, so more people can easily be delegated to do different tasks. So greater flexibility, innovation, better client service. And we have a team charter. This one is just a document that enables the team to establish its values, agreements, and practices as it performs its work together. So we have here characteristics of a team. So it comprises of a purpose. It has a purpose to achieve. It has a purpose while undertaking its activities. Have logistics. We have working agreement. What a working agreement is simply a simple, powerful way of creating explicit guidelines for what kind of work culture you want your team. Which culture do you need your team to exhibit? So that is just simply a working agreement. What your team members should do and what they should not do. So those are the boundaries. That one is an agreement. So we have a work breakdown structure, which is a central communication graphical tool set up like a pyramid which with sub levels that role responsibilities for that team. So uh, then we have risk management, and we can see that your risk can be defined as uncertainties that happen in the business. So those things that happen in business and they can really affect this business are what we call risks. So since we have risks, then we need to have a risk management, and so we need to plan for such risks. That's why we need to have a plan risk, to identify a risk and a budget, and also risk, then issues and stakeholders. Planning a risk is trying to speculate the happening that can be a threat to our business. Maybe fire may arise, so we need to have a fire extinguisher. Though these are like steps, but these steps are they go hand in hand. So once you identify that there might be fire problems, then you plan to have a fire extinguisher, and then you budget for it, and you say maybe I will spare this money and have myself a fire extinguisher, such that if at all we get a fire challenge, then we shall be able to counter it like this. Now, then going to the last slide, we have the key fundamentals, the key fundamental definitions in project management. One, we have project procurement management, and this involves a process necessary to purchase or acquire resources needed from outside the project team. Then we have earned value agreement. This is just a methodology that combines the scope, schedule, and resource management to assess project performance and progress. Then earned value analysis. This one compares the performance measurement baseline to the actual schedule and cost performance. Then the cost performance index. This one is given by dividing the earned value out of the actual cost. So then they have the estimate at completion. This one is just the expected total cost of completing all work expressed as the sum of the actual cost to data and the estimate to complete. Thank you very much. This has been my presentation, and below is the link to my certificate. I was unable to download the certificate because it needs a good number of dollars to be downloaded. Thank you very much.